All right, the wind is blowing roughly 900 miles an hour, so I was fully prepared for a day of video editing when I got a text from Jared Serigne, host of the Outside the Levees YouTube channel. If you remember, I fished with Jared maybe 3 weeks ago or so. We had a really successful trip catching catfish in the marsh and then cooking those catfish in the marsh. Well, yesterday, Jared went and threw a cast net near some culverts not too far from the town of Shell Beach. He was trying to catch some bait, but what he caught was a bunch of marsh bass. He said he caught about 10 and 20 throws of the cast net. I don't think he tried to catch them on rod and reel, but either way, he invited me to come down with him today to see if we can catch them. So that's the plan. I loaded up some rods and some tackle, brought a cast net of my own, and we're gonna see what we can catch at these culverts. Come along with us, this should be interesting. All right, I made it down to the town of Wyclosky, right here by Shell Beach in Hopedale. These are the culverts, right here. I don't know what side he was throwing the cast net on, maybe both sides. Water doesn't look all that great. Lots of mosquitoes. Jared's not here yet, but I'm probably gonna make a few casts just to see if I catch a fish or two. All right, so I brought a bunch of different rods, rigged a bunch of different ways. The first thing I'm gonna start with is this ultralight, throwing this Slab Hunter minnow that I've been catching all these sockeye on. Now, the good news is this should get fish really of all sizes to bite. Everything they're feeding on, of course, is small this time of year. The bad news is I forgot to bring my backup sockeye tackle. So if we get snagged, we're probably gonna lose this, and that'll be it. Water's okay. It's a little better than I thought. Not great, but fishable. All right, so there's a little water running through here. It's actually going back the other way. So I'm probably fishing on the wrong side. We go fish the other side of the culverts. Oh. Well, there we go. We got our snag. All right, see if we can get a bite on this side. Yeah, water's definitely flowing this way. All right, no bites on the sockeye jig. All right, now we're gonna try a Holy Jolly Matrix Shad under a Versamax bolt. Sounds crazy to target bass with this, but it's super effective. I've caught 1 million on this rig. All right, now we're going with the Zimmer Swimmer. Candy bug color, 1/4 ounce tungsten bullet weight. This has a high probability of getting snagged. A lot of crap on the bottom here. It's also got a high probability of getting hit, which is why I'm fishing it. Ooh, there he is. All right, there we go. Success. He absolutely pegged that Zimmer Swimmer. Pegged it. Not a bad fish, pretty chunky. We're gonna let him go, of course.
Unbelievable.
What's that?
This is unbelievable.
What's that?
I live in Wisconsin.
Okay.
I watch your videos all the time.
Do you really?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Well, what are you doing down here? Just came down to fish?
Staying in Shell Beach.
Uh-huh.
We spent the month of February down here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. How's the fishing been?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Well, that's good, man. Yeah.
But I actually saw you were, when we came to town, I saw you driving through town. I'm like, man, I think that's Marsh, man.
Driving through like New Orleans or where?
Through Chalmette.
Through Chalmette, okay.
Yeah, you were in Hopedale, I think.
Okay.
That video.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And, so anyway, I'm just heading back. We're heading out tomorrow.
Oh, you are?
I see you standing there. I'm like,
right.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I just caught a bass right here. Just
Awesome.
kind of.
Awesome.
My buddy Jared's coming to meet me down here. We're just going to kind of fool around since it's so windy,
Oh,
you know.
Yeah, it is today.
Right, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it has been good. trout, everything.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. Yeah, so you're heading back home, huh?
Heading back home. Would you mind if I snap a picture with you?
Of course. No, not at all.
I've never asked a guy to do this before.
Yeah, no, we're happy to. Yep.
My buddies won't believe this, especially my brother. Perfect.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, nice meeting you, Dan.
Nice meeting you.
Take care. Good luck getting home.
Those videos, I'll need more even.
Thank you, man. All right. Always nice meeting a viewer, particularly one from out of state. That was pretty cool. Let's see if we get another bass to bite. Ooh. Oh, broke me off. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness. How did that happen? Well, that's unfortunate. But we got more. We got more. All right, let's hope that was a fluke and not some bad leader line. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. That fish smoked me. But just like the first one smoked me. All right, I'm going with the California 420 since this water's a little bit off. Probably stupid to change since I'm getting bit. But we'll see. I can always change back. Okay, here comes Jared now. Pulling up on the other side. There we go.
You made a cast yet?
Oh, I sent you a picture. I caught one.
Oh yeah.
And I just broke off.
Broke off? Oh, on the snag?
No, on a fish.
What?
He smoked me and I set the hook and it snapped on the...
Oh. On this side, huh?
Yeah, on this side, yeah.
That's where the majority of them were.
Yeah, water's flowing this way, so
Yeah.
that's where I would think they'd be.
Yeah, there's a couple snags. I lost a cast net in there yesterday.
Oh, you did? You lost the whole cast net? That sucks. All right, no bites on the California 420. Is it because of the color change? Or are these fish just kind of moving in and out of here? I don't know. But I'll tell you this. When I get another bite, I'm changing back. Obviously.
It was bluebird yesterday.
Yeah, today's like perfect bass conditions. Just not in a boat. So windy. That's why I didn't fish today. I changed colors. That was probably dumb.
That was dumb, you said?
Yep. Can't get bit on this color. You got that minnow on there?
Yeah, I got the biggest one. Actually, I caught him yesterday.
And he's still frisky, huh?
Still a little bit frisky.
Did you get most of the bass right at the end of the culverts, or were you catching them all over?
Throwing out a little
Throwing
bit.
out?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was interesting.
That wasn't. Come on, bass. Wake up.
You know what that was?
Garfish?
Crab, I'm guessing. It could have been a gar.
Oh,
I'm thinking crab, though.
Right.
All right, this is definitely slumming it. It's not exactly my style of fishing, but I do enjoy it. I've only got one of these candy bugs left. After this one, only got one left. So, hopefully, this one stays on for a while and delivers a few fish. Otherwise, we will be fishing the California 420, which is a great color. I do like that color. But this is what I got my first fish on, and the bite that I broke off, so.
Go try about a little washout up the road. They got water runs real hard right there.
Oh, they did? Got a washout?
Yeah. There was I guess a little bridge or whatever that went over. Oh, pop.
Yep. He left my leader.
Let's go. I'm gonna grab me some minnows real quick.
All right.
Go try that little washout.
All right, I got those 2 bites, I think on successive casts, and then nothing else other than from a crab. So we're gonna kind of let this settle down a little bit. Jared knows of another place just up the road a little bit. I think up the road that way. It has a lot of water flowing through it. Maybe this will reload while we're gone. But man, it is so windy today. I'm so glad I'm not on a boat. It's crazy windy. Oh, here comes a car. Jared's throwing a cast net on this side. See if he gets anything. Well, something big. What is that?
I think that's a shad, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's a shad. There you go.
Perfect. We can cut that up, catch bluegill if we need to.
All right, here we go.
So
Step in the right direction.
That's right.
All right, here we go. Spot number 2, or at least I think it is. Water's absolutely rolling through here. Definitely looks promising. Looks like a spot that should have some bass. Jared had to run back, he forgot his dip net. This looks really promising. Doesn't mean we'll get bit, but boy, it looks good. Looks fishy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I get bites like on that bank, on this bank, then we caught a ton of bluegill on this side.
Okay. All right, I tried the Zimmer swimmer, no bites. I'm gonna throw this ATV crankbait. It's a Bill Lewis bait, much smaller crankbait than the SP57 I normally fish. Let's see if it works in this little roadside ditch. Oh, close. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a good hit. Is that a red? Is that a... I can't tell what that is. I hope I get to see him. Is that a trout? Look at the size of this trout. Look at the size of this trout. Jared, get your net. Look at the size of this trout. I may not get this fish, but I'm already super ecstatic.
One more. There you
go. Oh, dude. Look at this trout.
Oh, I didn't realize you had a crankbait on.
Yep.
They come out? Wow.
Look at that. Dude, you got a camera on you here.
I'm just in disbelief right now. How insane is that?
The whole time I'm like, it looks like a trout. Like, it can't be a trout.
That's insane. I can't believe that, dude.
Dude, he smoked it too. He smoked it.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Hilarious, dude.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Well, we're gonna keep him and eat him, huh? You want to keep him?
We kind of got to at this time, you know. Put him in the bucket. And...
This fish might even be, nah, I'm gonna say he's 18, 19.
Okay.
We're gonna eat him.
I'm in disbelief
Speckled trout
now, dude. That's
and he
hilarious.
smoked it. I bet he's not the only one there. You want him in here?
Yeah, I guess so. That's all I got ice for.
Gonna terrify all the fish in there. Crazy, dude, crazy. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Crazy.
I'm in disbelief, bro. What the heck?
Roadside speckled trout.
Fishing. How about
and I mean, you could see doing that, maybe catching like a 10-incher.
I know.
But that's a good trout.
That's a good trout. Oh, that made my day.
I'm gonna throw this fish on ice so he doesn't spoil in the sun. The whole time I'm looking, I'm like, that looks like a trout. Like, I didn't want to say it. And you're like,
and then ruin
yeah.
it and
Well, it's like, no, it's not a trout. It can't be a trout.
I thought you just had a nice bass.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, that's a nice one. Then it just kept looking not like a bass.
All right, so obviously that was a fish I was not expecting to catch. I mean, look what we're fishing. Literally a roadside ditch. You would think maybe you got a shot of catching a redfish. Even that's, you know, unexpected. We're in here trying to catch bass. And I catch that, I mean, biggest speckled trout I've caught in weeks. Literally. Okay, and I fished this ATV the same way I do that SP57. Lots of twitches and pauses. Fish almost always hit on that pause. I fish it really like a jerkbait. Oh, there we go. There's a fish. I think it's another trout. Another trout. Another trout. I'm gonna hoist him.
I'll get it with the net.
Look at this.
Just don't make any sense.
And not a bad trout.
Don't make no sense.
I mean, if I'd only caught that one.
Right. On a crankbait?
On a crankbait.
We don't make the rules, we just follow them, huh?
You know, everybody passing is like, WTF.
What do you think I should put on?
I got another crankbait if you want one.
You want, okay.
Yeah. This dude was hooked well. I don't have any pliers. I'm ill prepared. Having to use scissors. But I'm grateful that he was hooked well. I don't mind. Unbelievable. All right, I'm gonna loan Jared a crankbait. We'll go with the Echo 1.75. That's the only ATV I have. What color? What color? Let's see. Pretty close on this SB. Maybe we'll go with that. Yeah, let's go with the SB. I think that's gonna be his best bet. I literally own one ATV. That's it. And it's this one. There's an old knot on here on the front. You just have to cut it off if you have anything to do so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What do you think about a crankbait is getting them just matching the hatch, or?
I tell you what, I throw crankbaits for trout a lot. I know a lot of people don't, but particularly in the springtime, February and March. Normally I throw an SB57, which is that's my favorite crankbait. Right. I threw this because I thought we were targeting bass. This is an ATV. This is really not the one I throw for trout. Now that one I caught kind of out over here, going against the current. If you're not from South Louisiana, I got to tell you, this is like really shocking to catch trout in something like this. Now they will move into water like this, obviously, this time of year. Like you would never catch keeper trout in something like this in the summertime, certainly. Really, even later in the spring you wouldn't. But you got to figure whatever bait is in this little ditch getting funneled through this washout here, and they're just sitting there ambushing it. And you know, Jared's thrown that net enough to see that most of the bait's really small, about perfectly in line with this crankbait. Now what's remarkable, we haven't even caught a bass yet. It's kind of what we're here targeting. But believe me, I'm not disappointed in the least. I'll take a few trout.
You're throwing all the way across and kind of popping it as you go?
Yeah, just kind of crank, twitch, crank, twitch. Get him, Jared. Oh, there you go. On the SB.
That was the target.
All right. All right.
That's why we came.
Look at that belly.
I know.
That fish is definitely eating.
That's hilarious.
All right.
I'm glad you thought of the crankbait deal, because that is definitely what they want today. I've fished for what? At least an hour with live bait. And,
no bites. And in what, 2 minutes with this?
Yeah. This one will be a little too small.
Yep.
Let it go. That's crazy, huh?
Crazy.
All right, there's your tip of the day. Crankbaits this time of year.
Was it close to that shoreline? Well,
I believe he was, yeah.
Okay. This is just absolutely one of the coolest things I've ever done. Just crazy. What was that?
I guess. I wasn't sure I had a fish. It's hard to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It felt weird, but...
Yeah, you want to roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, our bite, such as it was, died at the second spot. So now Jared and I have come back to the first spot, kind of let it settle down a little bit, see if we can get a bass or two here, maybe even a trout, who knows, maybe a redfish, I don't know. But Jared's hitting this side, and I'm gonna go hit that side. Definitely gonna throw that ATV here, but first I gotta throw that Zimmer swimmer. So I caught a couple fish on, well, got a couple bites on here, so let's see what happens with that. Did I mention it was windy? Oh my goodness. Look at these. I don't know if you can see these oak trees, all the moss on them. It is just screaming. It was supposed to be 25 to 30 today with gusts of 35. And I tell you what, I think it's every bit of that. All right, nothing on the Zimmer swimmer. Let's try the hot bait of the day, the ATV. See if it works on this side. Jared has migrated down. There's a ditch across from where he's fishing. Doesn't look like he's got any bites. You know, when you're fishing off the land, you're obviously far more limited than in a boat. So you hit areas much harder. I mean, you know, when I'm fishing a boat, I'm moving a lot, trying to find feeding fish. Something just busted right here. But that's not an option. I mean, we've obviously moved a little bit, fishing the same ditch here. But you definitely beat something to depth, particularly when you find a few fish. And that's what we're trying to do today. I'd say every fish you catch off of land is worth 10 or 15 that you catch in a boat, maybe even more than that. And fishing off a boat just would not be an option today with this wind. So this is a great fallback. A lot of fun, obviously a lot of fun. All right, last stop of the day, and if you've been looking for your car's fender, I found it. We haven't caught a fish in a minute. It's been a little while. We've covered some water, I guess, as well as you can, fishing from the bank. Hit a number of different spots. The last spot we hit really looked fishy. We didn't get anything, but this spot looks especially fishy. I don't know if you can see all the water rushing through there. The tide's really screaming. So I'm gonna go back to a crankbait. Unfortunately, the last stop I lost that ATV. It's the only one I had. So I'm gonna throw an SP57, which you know I like. And I think we probably have a little bit deeper water here, so that's gonna work out fine. And anyway, at the stop where we caught the fish, Jared caught a bass on that SP. So definitely like our chances at this spot. Water looks pretty good. All right, Jared and I have thrown in the towel on trying to catch more fish. So we're gonna cook up what we got. There's Jared's camp stove. Probably saw that in a previous Marshman Mass on video. Probably seen it in a lot of Outside the Levee videos. First, we gotta clean up these trout. Dude, even the small trout is about 15 inches.
All right, folks, we got old big trout here. About to turn him into a big plate of lunch.
Amen.
Got the camp stove hanging out at the bayou.
All right, so I got the fish filleted, and now I gotta rinse them in this nice clean bayou water, but at least get the slime off of them. You know, this is what these fish came out of, so it's not like it's filthy. All right, that's that.
Got him?
Nice and clean.
Dude, that trout's so big, you're gonna have to cut them fillets down.
Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. So, Jared, you've done this a lot, cooking out here on the side of the road. What about this appeals to you?
Man, to be perfectly honest, the number one thing is that when I get home, it's all done. I know that might sound not as like, you know, like cooking in the wild, which is great. It is cool, but I think from a production standpoint, if I do everything here when I get home, I'm done. I don't have to clean fish. I don't have to clean my kitchen to cook in my kitchen. So by doing it all out here, like the day is compacted into, you know, like that's the day and that's done. But it's also like what we talked about with the fishing today. It's a challenge. Like I don't have my kitchen. I don't have all the ingredients I would normally use. Like, so with roadside fishing, you're limited. You can't go everywhere your boat can go. You have to, you know, use with what you got. I think it's the same thing here. So like, I have X amount of ingredients in this box and that's it. There's no getting, you know, no getting anything else. So I like the challenge of creating something that tastes really good, that's fulfilling and satisfying with just a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know, roadside fishing, you got to kind of manage your expectations. You don't expect to catch as many fish as you would in a boat. It's kind of the same deal here. The food just tastes better.
It's gonna taste better because you're out in the elements, you're hungry, you know. All right, I think we're about ready.
All right.
Can we season on that?
Of course.
All right.
All right, Jared, what you putting on there?
This is my buddy Hot Rod's barbecue rub. It's a Creole barbecue rub, so he got some Creole seasoning in there, but a lot of sweet barbecue flavor too. And the reason I chose that today is because we're gonna put this on top of baked beans, and all that just kind of screams camp food, barbecue. All right, flip those over, let's hit them again.
I'm eager to try this.
I know it. We got our pan hot, so it's gonna sear too, which is kind of, you know, that's always key, really. Whenever you can get a good
No
sear.
doubt.
I'm running out here, but we'll make it work, right? We always do. Tell you what.
You camp cooking, you gotta make it work.
Tell you what. We always got something, right? One side's barbecue, one side's seasoned salt. All right, there we go. If we could have used what's all over the ice chest, we might be all right.
Yeah, you're right.
This wind has got us, bro. She said it was blowing 400 miles an hour. All right, that's good. Let's start dropping those.
You want me to drop them? You gonna do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Have at it.
All right.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Jared knows you need a hot pan. Yes, he does.
Yes, indeed. We got a little lean going on, but we'll make do.
That's the small trout too.
God, that smells good.
Ooh, boy, that does smell good.
Dude. That smells good
That's-
already.
That's gonna be all right.
When I was in college, I had a buddy, only went by the name of Bob. Looking back, I doubt that was his real name, but this was like fresh after Katrina. We were living in FEMA trailers at the lakefront, and Bob is the first guy I ever saw cook on the tailgate like this, like camp stove cook on the tailgate. I've seen people tailgating and boiling crawfish and all that, but Bob was living in that truck. And he made this stew with like carrots and stuff, and just the way he was cutting the carrots and dropping it in. Bob, if you're still out there, I miss you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I only knew you for one semester, but you made life look good in that truck.
So here's the scene. Tailgate cooking. Right here on the bayou.
Wow, yeah, I ain't no good with that. Oh, look at that.
Dude, that's bronzed.
What are the poor people
Borderline
doing,
blackened.
huh? What are the poor people doing today? Good night.
So how are you gonna heat the beans? Or are you just gonna eat them cold?
Just drop them in there.
Drop them in there?
Yeah. I'll probably turn it off or turn it low.
Yeah, okay. Some excellent crab bait right here.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking crawfish, man. I'm gonna try to start with the crawfish soon. It's gonna be a process too, so.
Where do you go crawfishing?
Dude, I try everywhere I can, Todd.
Do you-
They're surprisingly hard to catch. Woo! All right, we gotta do a taste test.
All right, no doubt.
Taste test. Ain't no good.
Ain't no good.
ain't no
Well,
good.
let me make sure.
No.
Let me make
You
sure.
don't need to. No. You don't need to make sure.
I don't know why, Jared. For some reason I don't believe you.
Sweet barbecue. Good night.
Right. Ooh, very hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Dude, that sweet barbecue. That's good.
Very unique. Really good.
Yeah.
Really like it. Would never have thought to put barbecue seasoning on fish. I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah,
I'm a
but
fan.
the beans is what made me, you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for the beans, I would just put the normal stuff, but
It definitely works.
that's, you know, kind of double up on that barbecue feel and flavor. All right, I had to kind of makeshift open my beans, but nonetheless, we got them. They're coming out little by little. Give them a little shake. There we
Looks
go.
like you practice that a lot.
Oh, they're getting all the little burnt stuff on the bottom too.
The gradu.
The gradu. I'll tell you what. We might as well, right?
Yeah,
Add a
you got it.
little something to them. Add a little something to them.
All right, here we go. Spatula out some beans. Ooh, can't do that. No, indeed. I was just gonna dump them.
Yeah. You want a spoon?
Nah, that's will work.
Gosh. Oh God.
That's good. All right. Have you tried it yet? The
No,
combo?
I'm waiting on you.
Okay. All right, here we go. How's that look?
I think it looks wonderful. They might be like, look at these. freaking
Classic camping
weirdos.
combo.
Right?
Let's see. Taste test. You wouldn't believe how good this is. You probably would believe how good it is. It's very good.
Trout was swimming.
Dude, I love it.
That's great.
Super fresh. All right, here, you taste. Tell me what you think.
See, I kind of put my two not so pretty pieces, my pretty piece. Definitely got to, oh my goodness.
You're gonna love it.
Goodness.
Probably not the last time you're gonna make that, huh?
Oh my gosh. Coleslaw on the side.
Ooh, coleslaw would be nice.
Coleslaw on the side. That's what it's missing.
Still quite good. All right, another great trip with Jared. Really had a blast. Grateful to him for showing me around his stomping grounds. He does this a whole lot. Just a fantastic day. Obviously, catching those 2 trout was just insane, just crazy. But crazy things happen when you fish. It just does. Like, you do it enough, you're gonna see some stuff that you don't expect, and today was one of those days. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marsh Masson channel on YouTube. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh or here on Roadside, we'll see you right here on Marsh Masson.